E-commerce is no longer just a trend. It has become a cornerstone of the global economy, reshaping the way goods and services are traded around the world. With an annual growth rate of around 20%, Vietnam currently ranks third in Southeast Asia in terms of e-commerce value. According to the Vietnam E-commerce Association, or VCOM, the country's e-commerce market in 2024 is estimated at $32 billion, up 27% from last year. Data from Amazon shows that over the past 5 years, Vietnam's exports via the platform have surged by 300%, opening unprecedented international opportunities for Vietnamese businesses. In response to the rapid growth of the market, the draft e-commerce law was first proposed and submitted to the National Assembly at its 10th session of the 15th legislature in Hanoi. If passed, this legislation is considered a pivotal step to enhance management, protect consumers, and promote sustainable digital economic development.
Identification requirements for sellers, including both Vietnamese and overseas nationals. Clear regulations on the responsibilities of sellers and live stream hosts, as well as affiliate marketing activities. Strengthen oversight of social media platforms, facilitating online transactions. These are among the key points of the draft e-commerce law drawn up by the Ministry of Industry and Trade.
Live stream selling and social media sales have grown explosively in recent times. Many consumers have complained about counterfeit products. Therefore, the enactment of the e-commerce law is essential, providing a legal basis to protect consumers and ensure their rights in digital transactions.
Beyond strengthening regulation, the law also aims to create a sustainable environment for small and medium-sized enterprises and household businesses through initiatives and practical support.
We have collaborated with international e-commerce platforms to promote Vietnamese exports, such as Amazon's global program, which will certainly have a positive impact on selling Vietnamese products abroad via e-commerce.
In drafting the e-commerce law, the Ministry of Industry and Trade not only considered domestic practices, but also drew on legal models from countries with advanced e-commerce markets such as China, the United States, Singapore, and the European Union. This ensures that Vietnam's legal framework aligns with global trends and provides domestic businesses with a fair chance to compete internationally.
To gain an international perspective on Vietnam's draft e-commerce law, we are connecting with David Black, founder and CEO of Black Box Research in Singapore, a market research firm specializing in Southeast Asia and particularly e-commerce. Thank you for accepting our interview. My first question is, how do international experts perceive Vietnam's e-commerce market, and what impact do you think the new law will have on this fast-growing sector?
I think what's come about in Vietnam has been just such tremendous growth. Many experts describe it as sort of explosive growth. And that sort of implies a degree of chaos that's sort of crept in as well. The new e-commerce law is going to be important for, first and foremost, to bring in, I think, a set of kind of stability and consistency and transparency within the e-commerce space, which has probably been missing. And that's not a criticism. I mean, it's been happening so fast. I think it was inevitable that law would have to come in that allows for some degree of stability to sort of develop within the system. I think it's the first time in Vietnam in the e-commerce space that you will now at least have a comprehensive framework which is put in place.
And what are the most significant impacts you expect from Vietnam's new e-commerce law?
So I think it's really important in terms of, I think, three things. Firstly, I think the new laws do certainly help to level the competitive field a bit, help to cut out some of the players who I think are either unfair or, conducting what we would say in English shady practices from a tax point of view, the new laws are going to be very important in terms of ensuring some level of tax enforcement and some level of consistency, both on the domestic front, but also ensuring that domestic e-commerce players are not disadvantaged versus international ones. Also, the third thing which is interesting in the Vietnam e-commerce law is it also tackles influencers as well. As you're probably aware, whether it's TikTok or other social platforms, influencers now play an outsized role in driving consumers towards products and services. So I think, to sum up, I think the new e-commerce law, obviously, it's a first step for Vietnam. I think it's doing some very, very good things.
Thank you, Mr. Black. Once the e-commerce law is enacted, consumers will enjoy stronger protections and businesses will gain clearer legal guidance, contributing to a safe and reputable digital market in Vietnam.